I just sit here. Well, ain't this a bit of a fancy setup? Almost like I'm someone important. Fascinating. Alright, let's get to the questions. Why did you choose to enter Starfleet and accept your role aboard the Enterprise? I think that everybody probably knows my story by now, but in all honesty, I think I always wanted to join Starfleet. I just needed someone to pull my head out of my ass. I'm always going to be grateful for what Pike did for me. As for the Enterprise, I don't think I ever had a choice to pilot her. I'm pretty certain she chose me. I initially chose to go to Starfleet because I thought it would be the best option for me. I admit now that I most likely did not know where else to go. I initially served under Captain Pike on the Enterprise. However, after everything that happened with Nero, I was planning to return to New Vulcan. After a conversation with my older self, he suggested that I follow my heart rather than my mind when it came to staying on the Enterprise. An illogical human idiom, perhaps, but it was very fitting for the situation. Well, I chose Starfleet because I had nothing left for me back on Earth, and they always need doctors for the overeager cadets. As for the Enterprise, I didn't exactly choose to board this one. Bloody Jim just happened to drag my ass aboard. God. Do you enjoy your role aboard the Enterprise? Considering I'm the captain, yes I do. Sure, it can be a little bit stressful keeping everything in order, but honestly, I wouldn't give it up for anything. Hell, do you know the shit I've seen? Yeah, it's good that I'm able to save a lot of people, but have you ever seen the Intron virus? 'Cause I have, and it ain't pretty. Vulcans do not feel emotions, including enjoyment. However, I suppose if I must answer, then yes, I believe there is no better place for me to be. What do you do in your spare time aboard the Enterprise? Since being captain, I don't actually have that much spare time anymore. I play chess with Spock a lot. Sometimes I like to bug Bones and fence with Sulu. Scotty and I love playing video games. But Spock gets really annoyed at us. It's funny you think I have spare time. Sometimes Jim and I will drink together. Most of the time I play the game, Who Will Almost Die Today? Will it be Jim? Will it be Spock? Who knows? 73.5% of my time away from the bridge is spent filing reports and checking the works of others. I also play chess with Jim, and make sure Jim isn't having an allergic reaction, or accidentally trying to kill himself, or playing video games with Mr. Scott. What is the stupidest thing you've done aboard the Enterprise? Getting on it. Well, I rip my shirts a lot. There was this one time with Spock, and okay, it wasn't my fault. How am I supposed to know Vulcans get drunk off of chocolate? There was this one time involving hot chocolate. However, I believe that Jim is to blame for that situation. What's one thing you wish you could bring aboard the Enterprise that you are not allowed to? Probably the old school motorbike I had back in Iowa. I used to spend all day driving around. I think there's just nothing quite like open dirt road, the sun on you. It always made me feel a little bit better. Although I guess that isn't really practical for the Enterprise. But then again, seeing Spock's face would be priceless. When I was younger, I had a Serlat called Ichaya. He often brought me great comfort as a child, and it would be nice to be around one once again. I suspect that Dr. McCoy's reaction to the animal would be beneficial to the crew's morale. When Jim forced me to be the medical officer of the Enterprise, I made a list of all the equipment I wanted. Sure, they gave me all of the new damn fancy electronics, but they missed a lot of the older equipment. You know, the stuff that doesn't malfunction or explode.
Explode?
Yeah, that wasn't a good time. I'm a doctor, not an engineer. What is one random talent you have picked up from your crewmates? There was one afternoon where Uhura tried to teach me to play the Vulcan flute, if that counts. Jeez, that girl can do anything. Gee, well, I get this headache whenever someone's about to do something stupid. Usually it's on point as well. I have learned many things about Terran culture from my crewmates, such as the act of adding funny or relatable text to an image. I did not understand the humour at first, however, Uhura sent me a few images. This is the one I favour most. Do you have a significant other? You know what? I actually do. Here they are. They're always there for me. Relationships are extremely personal and private to Vulcans. However, I suppose I do, yes.
Do we get a name?
I will tell you that they tend to find themselves in dangerous situations. Often. Ugh. Let me tell you about her. She's beautiful, full of prowess, always gives me a good ride. You've probably heard of her. She tends to go by the name Enterprise. What is your pad screensaver? Well, let me show you. The lovely, the beautiful Chris... Damn it, Jim! He changed it again! Ugh! Well, it used to be a picture of sleeping Spock. It is this gorgeous photo of my girl. An odd question, perhaps, however, mine is of this black kitten in a tea mug that Jim emailed me. Truly remarkable. What are you most afraid of? God, hitting it with the hard questions. Letting everybody down? Losing my crew? I don't really know. There's a lot to be afraid of in space. Gee, hitting it with the hard ones, I'm gonna need more alcohol. I don't know. I've seen a lot of shit and I know what can happen to people who serve on starships like the Enterprise. And I don't want any of the crew to end up like that. Especially Jim. After losing my entire planet, I illogically find myself worrying that the people around me that I care for will suddenly disappear. What are you most excited for in the future? Getting back to Earth? The Green Hobgoblin said we were going to fly near a newly discovered planet where the native species' skin undergoes this insane regenerative process. I don't know, maybe I can have a look at him, see if I can recreate something similar.
Sorry, what do you want in your future?
Preferably staying aboard the Enterprise with Captain Kirk and continue discovering new scientific information. Exploring strange new worlds, seeking out new life in new civilizations, going places where no one has gone before. That sounds a little bit cheesy, doesn't it? It is the truth though.
And that's everything. Thank you so much.
Live long and prosper. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Nicely done. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. I'm taking this with me though, right?